What's up, everybody? John from Moldering Farm here. Thanks for joining us. We are here on our property line with that big ass house right behind us. But, sorry, was that too aggressive? There's these people building the house. Well, it's not people, it's a development building the house right there. And it is definitely fall. It's a little cooler out today. But, all right, so I am here today to talk about successes. Spent an awful lot of time in my last couple of videos talking about how much I fail and how much it stinks and how much I hate it and how much I stink and all that. Yada, yada. Feeling sorry for myself, all that kind of thing. So, I now feel tremendously better. And I'm out here where my temporary chainsaw carving setup is that you can see right here. And as you can maybe see by the pile of debris right here, I have been carving up a little bit of a storm recently. So I've always wanted to build stuff, and I've always wanted to do like sort of manly outdoorsy things, even though I was an indoor guy when I first met Catherine. But since moving to the country, things have changed. And so, now here I am standing on our 30 acres on a giant pile of logs where I've been carving some stuff with my chainsaw. So again, here to talk successes. So we had our event, Pumpkins for Packers, that I've been talking about for a while over this past weekend, and it was a tremendous success. We made more money on that Sunday than we did at a craft show that we had the day before. And, without the help of my mother-in-law, Joanne, it wouldn't have been nearly as much as a success. She was doing great as a tour guide, and she's just great talking to people, and especially little kids. So she did a great job. Special shout out to Joanne. But also, I had put out 5 of my chainsaw carved trees for sale. And, I didn't really like them when I first carved them and had them sitting out. I think you guys know that by now, but all 5 of them sold, and they actually sold pretty fast. And everybody was asking, like, "Oh, did you carve these? Did you make these?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, they're so cool. They look so good." And I was like, "Wow, can't believe it." So anyway, then we decided, because Catherine had always told me how nice they looked. My whole family had told me how nice they looked, and I always appreciate that. But I sort of take it with a grain of salt because I come from a very supportive family, and even our extended family, and now like my married into family is very supportive as well. So I love and I appreciate the nice words and everything like that, but it means a little bit more when some stranger wants to give you their hard-earned money in exchange for something that you made. And it's nice. And I think it sort of freed me up from what I was in before, where like when you're sort of learning how to do something, you're sort of copying the way that other people do it. And so that's sort of what I was doing. I was just, seeing other trees that people had carved, and I was copying their form and what they were doing. But so now, having sold things that were really, sort of a copy, but, my spin on it or whatever, it sort of changes where I'm at. And it's like, okay, so people like what I'm doing, so maybe I'll try to do more of what I want to do. And so over the past couple days, I've carved 7 trees, and I'm pretty happy with how they look. And I think, a big part of that is just knowing that people like them. So we're making more. Hopefully we sell more of them. And then today I'm just going to do a little bit more carving and see how it goes. And you're going to come with me, hopefully. So before that, what's crazy? So I have had this chainsaw. I have had this chainsaw for more than a year now. And this is a Husqvarna 455 Rancher with a 20-inch bar. So this is the exact saw that has, cleared all this land here, everything up there, all aspects of tree work I've done with this saw. Carrying it around, it feels like whatever. But this is my carving saw, And as you can see, it's very small and it's very light. So this is a Steel MS-170, and it's got a 12-inch Roll-O-Matic mini bar on it. So it's not a dime tip, it's more like a quarter tip. But it's just crazy to then see the difference between these two saws. Like, I never thought about it before, but man, this thing is a monster compared to this little baby. Like, look at that. It's so big. And it's only like when I go to, like when I'm at the sawmill, I bring the big ones because I have the thick trees. But it's just crazy that this thing like is almost the same size as the bar. But anyway, I mean, if I had this and I was trying to carve with this, just would not happen. All right, so a little bit of change of plan. I'm gonna try to cut a bear. So I'm feeling good. I haven't been able to carve what I feel is a good chainsaw bear. So I'm gonna give it a shot because I'm feeling good, feeling confident, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I give up. Like, I always get to this point and then I don't know what to do. And I get kind of frustrated. So instead of just continually hacking at this thing, maybe I'll try a tree and see if that can make me feel better. It's so frustrating. So I said I was gonna do a couple trees, but I didn't have any good logs for that. So I tried another couple bears and it just doesn't work, and I just don't get it, and it really frustrates me, and I'm so angry. Ah! So let's take a breath. And I'm gonna go work on finishing the trees that I have up in my garage, because then that way Catherine can stain them while I'm out at the fairs this weekend. All right, so these are some of my finished trees, which I am actually very happy with. I think especially this guy right here. Now this one, carved out of cedar. It doesn't quite look how I imagined it. So I'm not sure about that one. We'll have to see. But I think all these other ones I really like. So, you know, hopefully we can sell some more of these. I'm not sure that these are going to be ready for this weekend because it's so humid out. The stain on the base isn't drying. But I have a couple others in the car and I have a few others that aren't finished. But anyway, you know, so this guy is white oak, which looks pretty good. This is poplar. This is, I think, pine. And just the stain on the bottom just isn't quite going all the way through. But I think these look pretty good. Hopefully I have a future in carving trees And yeah. All right, so it is now like 4:30 on Saturday night, and we found out yesterday that we double booked ourselves for tomorrow. So originally I was thinking that I was gonna go do this show that's about an hour from us tomorrow, and Catherine was gonna stay home and knit hats and do some other things to just prep for our other shows. But it turns out we scheduled ourselves for 2 shows. So now we're both gonna go to shows, and I believe Joanne, Catherine's mom, is gonna go help her on the second one. So gonna be a little busy over the next couple days, and right now I'm gonna go and try to make another couple of those hat stands that we have so she can have them for her show. And tomorrow I have a show that it's supposed to rain in the morning, so I'm really not looking forward to that. That shouldn't be very much fun at all. But so we shall see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.